Um, Shalom, everyone. I don't know if you hear me. Let me see here. Let's see what this says. Right. Let me see. Can I turn the volume up? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Can you text something in the box to let me know if you can hear me? Trying to see. Can y'all hear me? Can you? Let me just text. Let me just right over here. Can y'all hear me? I need someone to text. Can you write something in the box to let me know if you can hear me? How about now? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm just going to try to wing it, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Okay. Thank you so much. Phyllis, thank you. Coming up here again. My spirit is stirred because this has to be preached, because right now, at this time, I'm not saying I'm the only one. At this time, I don't hear nobody preaching to the whole mass. So as y'all see in the title, I gotta remember what I put for the title. I know it has something to do with the Exodus. The title is I'm trying to think what I put down, y'all. Shalom, my brother. How are you? How are you? Oh, shalom, brother Kiefer. I'm trying to remember what I put down the title, y'all. But it's dealing with, yeah, now I remember. Thank you, Father. The message of hope, the Exodus for African Americans, Israelites, and Gentiles. I had to come back up here because I really need everyone to hear what I'm about to tell y'all, or what I'm saying to y'all about our Exodus. And I'm letting y'all know I do support many others of what they are suggesting. But first, let me go ahead and get this out the way. Y'all have been seeing what's been going on in America. It's been going on for years, since they brought us over here, how they've been treating us, how they've been killing us. And I'm just like y'all. I had to get my words, y'all. I'm just like y'all. I want to leave. I really do. I want to leave, but my assignment at this time is different. It is very different. Okay, Brother Kiefer asked me other suggests about an Exodus. Okay, I'm gonna come with y'all with the word, the whole volume, because many are not preaching about the different parts of the Exodus. Okay, and the reason why I have to preach this, because they are forgetting about the lame, the blind, and the sick. And the sick. Forget my tongue, y'all. I'm a nurse. I work in healthcare, so I have seen a lot of things. I have even heard of people's testimony of them dying and coming back, and they share what they had saw with me. Okay, so I'm coming in the whole picture. I'm not coming in a part. I'm giving y'all the whole picture, because y'all need for you to be prepared by your mind, by your soul, and by your spirit, as well as physically. Okay, because we're seeing these events taking place not only in America, but in the four corners of the earth. We know Jacob trouble is worldwide. Number one, we know that. Okay, and right now America's popping off with it. Okay, so where should I start? Where should I start, y'all? What the Father want me to tell y'all is He has not forsaken you. Number one, He has not. Do not think he don't see what's going on. What else the Father want me to share unto you is that he has a way out for you. Again, your way out is based on your faith, your works, and your heart. Those three things. I'm coming the whole volume now. Because the Old Testament is a witness unto us what should take place and what's coming. Do you hear me? I'm talking to the bride of the Messiah. I'm talking to the 144,000. And I'm talking to the nation of Israel. Now, I'm going to use this brother for example because, like I said, we all got different parts in this body. I'm not preaching against him. I am for him, y'all. My brother that I'm talking about is Brother Ronald Dalton. Okay? And I know he's been preaching about leaving America and going to Africa. That is fine. There is nothing wrong with that, y'all. If you want to leave, that is fine. But there's always a but. That is not the, what's the word I'm looking at? The big shebang. Okay? When you come in the whole volume of the book, the Father always sends a deliverer or a messenger or an angel. Go back, even the days of Adam, not Adam, but even the days of like Noah and Abraham. Look at what happened their days. He always sent a messenger or a deliverer or a savior. And they always either they preach or they give you instructions on what to do. And he does not forsake the righteous. And going back to my assignment at this time, the Father has not put in my spirit to leave Babylon. And we know Babylon will be destroyed. We know destruction is coming here. He has not put in my spirit to do so. So that is not my part. Again, your part may be different from my part. Okay. Yes, Brother Keeler. Yes. Brother Ronald Dalton. So I am preaching unto those. I got to get my thoughts right, y'all, because as you see, I'm kind of talking here and there, and I'm trying to keep this message simple where y'all can understand what I'm saying here. Brother Kiefer, when you come in the Bible, no place is safe for us. When we look at the whole picture, when you look at in the history of the Israelites, wherever we go, we will always have the heathens coming after us, suppressing us, okay? But when the Most High ordained for something to happen, the door will be open, okay? And like I said, everybody have different parts that in the body of what must take place. That's why I don't preach. That's why I do not preach against those who will leave Babylon, because again, we have different parts. But what the part I'm coming in the whole volume of the Exodus. I'm preaching the message that right now I don't hear no one preaching right now, and they are forsaking those who are restricted. Excuse me, y'all. They are forsaking those who are restricted, who cannot leave. Some people don't have passports. Some people are on their sick bed. Some people are on dialysis. Some people are on ventilators. Some people are. Yeah, that's another thing the Father remind me of. We have people in prison who have received the salvation of Yah. You know what I'm saying? So we have people in different situations that prevents them to physically leave Babylon. Okay? So I'm preaching unto them as well. I'm also preaching unto those that would die. Okay? We have those, just like we seen what happened to Brother George and many others that's before him that was taken that their life was taken wrongfully. Okay, I have to preach unto them as well, so they too can prepare their mind, soul, body, and spirit, and make it right with Yah, so they can be in the kingdom, so they can inherit the kingdom of heaven. Because there will be those who will die. Shalom, shalom, Daniel Johnson, shalom. Okay, what about? There's an exodus. I'm talking about throughout the whole world. I'm preaching to everyone now. because everybody gonna be in different groups. But let me start with those first that will die. I'm sorry, y'all, this is the truth. We're gonna have some people who will die before the Exodus take place. And we have to preach unto the people that they receive salvation now. This is very crucial. This is about them receiving eternal life. Okay? This is about them receiving the greatest inheritance, which is the kingdom of heaven. We got to be realistic here. Not everybody is going to be alive at the appointed time when the Exodus take place for all. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of us would die before, that time. So we got to preach salvation. That's number one. That was the number one instruction that the Messiah told us to do. Shalom, shalom there. Let me hurry and read this right quick. Again, we have to read biblical prophecy. Right now, I'm not going to go into a lot of things. I'm just going to give y'all the whole message here. Number one, we got to preach salvation because we got those that would die before this appointed time. Do you understand what I'm saying? We got to make sure that the people receive salvation, okay? Number one, because there would be some that will die, okay? Now, for the Exodus, when you come in the whole Bible book from the Old to the New, as well as other books such as the Apocalypse of Elijah, Work of Josephus, Jubilees, all these sacred books, y'all, even with the Northern Kingdom, they have sacred books that will confirm what I'm telling unto y'all. Whether you believe if your Exodus will go into a earthly wilderness, or whether you would go into the heavenly wilderness, and the heavenly wilderness that I'm talking about is paradise, or what the Messiah told to the thief on the cross. Okay, he told this to the thief on the cross that you would be with me in paradise. When you go back in the book of Matthew's, one of the greatest signs that happened on the day when the Messiah resurrected on a V16. That's the sheep with offering day. Remember, the carnal going hand with the spiritual. When he resurrected on that day, the saints arose with him. He went into Sheol to set the captives free. Shalom, shalom. Let's see here. Again, that's your personal belief. Again, I got to give the message of what the Father gave it to me. Okay. So, let me get my thought right, y'all. Well, what I was saying, okay. So he set the captives free. That was a sign unto us that we shall be delivered. We have a savior. We have a deliverer. Okay. And the deliverer will send the command for the eagle wings to be released. There's a mystery about that eagle wings. And he said in his word, he would send these eagle wings out through the four corners of the earth. Okay. Remember, this is a worldwide thing. This is not decentralized in one place. This is a worldwide thing for Israelites and for Gentiles. I know how some of the Israelites feel about the Gentiles, but the word is the word. And again, whether you believe if we're going to be Exodus to the earthly wilderness or to the wilderness of the heaven, and the wilderness of the heaven that I'm talking about is to paradise, when the Messiah taken the captives out of Sheol. Sheol is what they call in the English tongue hell. In the Greek tongue, they call it Hades. Okay. He had taken them, set the captives free, and they resurrected in body, soul, and spirit. Go back. Look what take place. The book of Nicodemus, known as the book of Pontius Pilate, or the book of the I'm sorry, y'all, my tongue get twisted. The book of the Acts of Pontius Pilate. Okay, that's just the second title that that book is known about. It gives you the deeper detail of what take place in Sheol, or what the Messiah did, how he is the Lamb, how he passed over the death and destruction, how he conquered the principality of death and destruction, which is Satan. The same thing that happened in Egypt happened again, the carnal going hand with the spiritual. Okay, let me see. Okay, I can speak more on that for living for the Exodus. So no matter where you are at or are at, whether you are in America, whether you are in Africa, no matter where you're at, you will be Exodus. Okay? And I got to mention these group of people. We have to keep our brothers and sisters in mind. Remember, we must what? Love our neighbor as ourselves. We have to give them the message of hope that they would be Exodus too, that they would not be left out. The Father don't go down like that, y'all. He is a righteous God. So those who believe, who have received salvation, who have faith in him, they're going to be Exodus too. He's not going to leave not a sheep behind that want to come and worship and serve him. Okay? So remember, the ones who are pregnant, the lame, the blind, the ones who are on their sick bed who can't get up, the ones who are in prison. And when you look at the book of Revelation, right now, I can only give you highlights. I can't go in detail, but what I will do with this video, in the description box, click on the playlist for the rapture doctrine, for the mystery of the eagle wings, for the saints becoming white, for Mary Magdalene's book. Yes, he gave her the greatest mystery. She is a disciple of the Messiah, and you will see why the Roman Catholic Church preached against Mary Magdalene. Okay, I'm trying to think what else in that playlist. There's some other stuff in that playlist. Now the Father remind me of the most important thing. Also in the video description box, Yahuwah spoke himself through his prophets and prophetess. He has given you Israelites and African Americans, because a lot of y'all don't know or have not awakened. These evils will still become great upon us until we follow what he told us to do as a nation of people. Please listen to Yahuwah prophetic messages. He is giving you instructions on what to do. He made it simple, y'all. It's not even hard, okay? And those prophetic messages has been typed out for you, where all you have to do is click on a link and print it out. Okay? And the scriptures are provided for you. There are like 7 videos in that playlist that has his prophetic message, where you can print out that information and share that with others. That is what we should be doing now. Okay? Now, I have went to many brothers to share it, but because I'm a woman, they ain't gonna receive it. Okay? So I'm asking you to do your part. Post it and share it, because right now, our people need to hear what our Father has to say. And when they hear it, then they will understand, and then they will know what to do. Because right now, the Most High wants his wife back. He wants you back, Israel. So in order for you to come back unto him, he's going to allure you back unto him. And how he's going to do it, because when we read Deuteronomy chapter, let me think, it's chapter 30 to chapter 31 and Deuteronomy chapter 28, these great evils going to push us towards him. Because right now, we at a point now, we tired. We don't want to keep going through this no more. So it's going to push Jacob back to the Father. Okay? And when at that appointed time, when we come back unto him, according to the way his instruction, and when we cry out unto him, he's going to deliver us. And his son, who is Yahusha HaMashyach, he is the Messiah. He is the second Adam. He's going to send the command for the eagle wings to be released. So it don't matter where you at. Okay? Another thing that the Father want me to mention, when you go back to the book of Revelation, Babylon will be destroyed, which is America. She go down first. I have met people who had dreams that would confirm this. War is coming here, and she will be taken down. No ifs, doubts about it. Okay? And before she is destroyed, for those who remain in America, we will have a way out. Yahuwah will deliver you. Okay? For those who can't come out for whatever your reason is. All right? But when he brings you out, don't be like Lot's wife. Don't be like that. Like I said, it's based on your faith, your heart, and your works. Now, if you don't have no faith and your heart is not right and you don't have no good works, you need to get out of Babylon now. Okay? Because it's going to be destroyed. So he's going to deliver us just before he takes Babylon down. When you read Revelation 19, you will learn that, and with Revelation 16, you will learn that the marriage supper feast of the Lamb would take place. However, it does not take place in the heavens. It does not take place in the earth. Forgive me, y'all. How you know what I'm telling you this is true? Go back to the gospel. Read all them books. But the Messiah gave you two parables. And in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, we confirm what I'm telling unto y'all. Because this is by invitation only. Not everybody is invited. The Messiah gave you the parable of the 10 virgins. Okay. He also gave you the parable of the king feast. Okay. How they wouldn't come. Therefore, he opened the door to those who was the unwanted, those who we looked down on, who were low. And if you understand that parable, you know what that group of people he was talking about. Read 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and Revelation chapter 7. But when you read Revelation chapter 19 with Revelation chapter 16, you will learn that the marriage supper feast of the Lamb take place after Babylon is destroyed, because those who are invited has to receive their garments. Okay, that's a mystery on that. No one would be allowed to that feast if they don't have their garments. And that's all I'm going to say on that part. Y'all got to go back and read and study and see what the Messiah is telling y'all on that. Now, after that take place, guess what else is going to take place? I'm just reading Daniel's message here. Okay. If I'm reading this correctly, I'm thinking you're saying something positive, but I got to get back focused. Okay, Daniel. The next thing that takes place after the marriage supper feast of the Lamb, the Messiah will gather his host of the heavens, his army, and the 144 will be accompanying with him to take down the fourth beast. And the fourth beast that he takes down, this is the 8th one that comes out of the 7. The 8th one is the how we say it. It is not, but is, but yet to come. That's in Revelation chapter 17. Read again Revelation chapter 19 and Revelation chapter 17. And to understand about the 144, to prove that what I'm saying unto you, they will accompany the Messiah to take down the fourth beast. You have to read Revelation chapter 14 and Revelation chapter 15. Like I said, it's many parts to this great divine story here. Okay, because a lot of stuff gonna be going on. And then we do have a group of people who do not make it into the wilderness. This is why we got to preach this salvation thing unto them. Because we're going to have those that shall be alive at that time that has to face the serpent. So they're going to need to know what they need to do to not lose their place in the kingdom. Because it's going to be some hard times coming, y'all. Y'all is about to show them who he is. In other words, the light's going to be cut out. Your food supply going to be cut out. Your shelter going to be cut out. It's going to be harsh and hard. Especially with this wicked one that is to come to rule for a short period of time. Remember, Satan and his son copies what the Father and what the Messiah does. And if you're not sealed by this blood of the Lamb, you're going to fall for those 3 frogs that are written in Revelation 16. That call going to be so great. Well, you're going to be deceived. This is why I'm telling y'all, you got to get seasoned in this word here. Because it's about aligning your soul, your spirit, and your mind with Yah now. Okay? So we can be prepared for what is coming now. All right? I'm trying to think what I want to show unto you. Yeah, it was in Revelation 17 about this beast that's coming, the eighth one that is coming, that shall rule for a short period of time, y'all. And while he's ruling, thank you, Father, for reminding me about this. The two witnesses shall come. Now, I'm not going to argue and debate with you about the two witnesses because I read the sacred books, and these two have not seen an earthly death, Enoch and Elijah. Okay. Now, if y'all want to believe something else, that's y'all. You understand? But there will be two witnesses that shall come and preach unto the world. Okay. They should come and prophesy, which is preaching too, unto the world, to give those another chance to come in, for those who have not received the mark of the beast. But they shall also come against the beast as well for 3.5 years. Do y'all hear this? For 3.5 years. And also during that period of time, you will have the remnant of the nation of Israel that the Father who had brought to the wilderness. And once he purged those rebels out, they would be allowed into the Holy Land, and he would what? Be a cloud unto them by day and a pillar of fire unto them by night, protecting them. Okay? Because they got another part to play with this beast. When you read Ezekiel chapter 38 and Ezekiel chapter 39 with Revelation 20, because the Father going to have to show them who he is. Okay? And he's going to protect his wife. That's what Hosea chapter 2 is about. Isaiah chapter 4. And Isaiah chapter okay, now I ain't gonna mention that yet, because that part come a little bit later. So once he takes the beast out for the final time, then you're gonna have the Gentiles bringing our fellow brethren back home. That's the other exodus that take place later on, y'all. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is it's a lot of parts to this that's going on. That this come by the Spirit of Yah. This don't come by what these churches been preaching unto us. This is what the Father revealed unto me, y'all. It's a lot of parts to this. And to sum this up, going back to what I'm saying in the beginning, there is hope for everyone. Whether you are in Babylon, which is America, whether you are in Africa, whether you are in Europe, it is hope for everyone. You will be Exodus as long as you make it right with Yah. That is the key. Make it right with Yah. You do not want to lose your soul and be condemned to Sheol, and then in the fire of judgment be turned around and be placed in the eternal lake of fire. That's the second death. You don't want to partake in that. As the words say, he did not make Sheol for man. He made it for those angels, for those principalities. So we got a choice, y'all. And another thing the Father want me to reveal unto you, you got to understand your true enemy who's working behind the scene. Go back to the beginning. Satan entered into the serpent. When you read those sacred books, Satan used the serpent to do his bidding, y'all. When you read the prophets books, such as Ezekiel, Satan entered into the king of Tyre to do his bidding. If you study about the king of Tyre, even the work of Josephus, we will point out to you, he served Baal. This is why when you read about Jezebel was a daughter of the king of Tyre. Okay? And you know about Jezebel. She was a wicked woman. She was a Gentile, which Ahab married of the northern kingdom. And she calls those Israelites to go into idolatry. Okay? Also, Satan entered into Judas before he betrayed the Messiah. This is why I'm telling y'all, you have an enemy working behind the scene. Even Moses saw him. Read Hebrews chapter 11. He saw the hidden one in Pharaoh. This is why the Bible said that the right hand of Yah, the stretched arm of Yah, Isaiah talks about this, y'all, broke the head of the dragon, Leviathan, Rahab, Egypt. He broke that kingdom down, y'all. And we know who is the right hand, who is the stretch our arm of Yah. We know who that is. And he's going to do it again on this worldwide level now. Okay? So Moses saw that hidden one. And the same thing happened in the days of the Messiah, y'all, when he was in the earth. When you read the book of Nicodemus, you will learn that it was Satan who stirred up my ancestors to crucify him, to turn him over to the Gentiles. Okay? You will learn that it was him that keeps our people in darkness. It is him who hardened our people's heart. So this is why Yah is going to have to bring Israel, the nation of Israel, into the wilderness. This time, they would not have this principality keeping their hearts hardened, because as the prophets written, that the Most High Yah will circumcise their hearts, and he would give them a new spirit. This time, they're not going to have that wicked principality known as Satan blocking that. Okay? Because Yah are going to deliver them out of that bondage, and they no longer going to be in darkness anymore. So those who go into the wilderness on the earth, I'm telling y'all, make it right with Yah. Y'all ain't playing, because he's not going to give y'all no 40 years in the wilderness to make it right with him. Okay. So to sum all this up, please, because if you love your brothers if you love your brother and your sister as yourself, as the word commands us to, then you need to let them know there is hope. Do not forsake them. Do not let them think they are stuck, because we're not stuck. All we have to do, what? Get our heart aligned with Yah. Make sure our faith is aligned with Yah. And make sure we have what? Good works. That is the message. And most important, what? To repent and sin no more. Make it right with Yah. Why you have time? So you can be a part of the Exodus. Because Yah said he going to do some great signs and great wonders. It's coming, y'all. And there's many parts to this divine story, y'all. And I'm going to give y'all this last mystery. The Messiah said that the bride shall not be given into marriage, right? But when you read the book of Ezekiel, chapter 40 to 48, the nation of Israel will take wives. That's another mystery. That's why I'm telling y'all, this thing come by faith. And the type of inheritance that you shall receive in the new eternal kingdom, which is the new heaven and new earth, is determined by your faith. I'm going to go over these chapters again for you to read. In the Apocrypha, you definitely want to read the second book of Ezra, for he was given the part that Daniel was not given of these end times. You also want to read Ezekiel chapters 20, 36, 37, 38, and 39. Also Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48. Jeremiah chapter 3 with the second book of Maccabees, I believe, chapter 2. As far as the book of Revelation, you really want to read the whole book with a focus on Revelation chapter 16, chapter 17, 18, 19. Also Revelations chapter 14 and chapter 15. And you will see of all these parts that I'm telling y'all. Far as the eagle wings, you will see it in Revelations 12, Matthew 24, as well as it is also shown in the book of the prophets and in Exodus. And in Torah. Everything I'm telling y'all is foreshadowed in Torah. That's another mystery on that. Again, the carnal going hand with the spiritual. So get YAHUAH prophetic messages out, y'all. It's 7 videos that people need to watch so they can print out those messages. So they would know what they need to do now to partake in the Exodus. And please let them know about this message of hope. Please let them know that Yah is not going to forsake them. He has a way out for them, because y'all, these heathens are not going to let us out. One of his prophets said that. Same thing what Moses said to the Egyptian king. He said, Pharaoh, let my people go. Do you think they're going to let us out to come and serve Yah? No. This is why Yah has to come. This is why Yah has to send a deliverer. All right, y'all. Continue to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, because it's truly at hand. For we are in the 8th week of Enoch's 10-week prophecy. We are in the 8th day from Adam and the 13th day from creation. At this time, we are in the 3rd month of the Most High calendar, and at this time, it is the 6th day in his calendar, which is the 1st week of the moon. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, and make sure they are baptized in the name of Yahushua HaMashyach. And please, y'all, get this word out. Please let the people know about their exodus, that he has a way out for them, whether they believe in the exodus to the earthly wilderness or the exodus to the wilderness in paradise. Shalom.